My husband's
From
not.
WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News Now.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome on into 2 News Now. Thank you so much for being here. We're actually starting things out with breaking news this morning. So listen up. Ohio State President Walter Ted Carter Jr. has resigned. This after disclosing to university trustees that he had an inappropriate relationship with someone seeking public resources to support her personal business.
Yeah, the board says they accepted his resignation in an announcement issued March 9th. That is today. The university said Carter recently told trustees about the relationship and offered to resign. Ohio State said it will share additional information about the leadership transition in the coming days. Fun fact of the day, I was actually there when Ted Carter was sworn in. I was working in Columbus at the time. So he has not been there terribly long. I want to say a little over 2 years.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll have
I know
to
there's a
wait
lot
and
of
see.
Ohio State news I need to catch up on, so that's a big one. All right, we are jumping right into our top 5 stories of the day here, starting out with not even bigger news, but some stories we've been continuing to cover for some time, and that's TPS. So temporary protected status for more than 350,000 Haitian migrants across the U.S. will remain in effect. So that includes the more than 15,000 Haitians living in and around Springfield. In a new court filing, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit, a 3-judge panel denied the government's motion for a stay regarding the termination of TPS for those Haitian migrants. So just in a few minutes, 2 News reporter Evan Bales, he's actually been covering this story almost every step of the way, along with him and 2 News reporter Julian Jackson. So we're going to hear essentially about how we're moving the story forward today.
More than 100 animals are now at the Greater Dayton Humane Society after being removed from a home last week. Humane Society agents went to do a welfare check on Thursday. That's before they say they found a home infested with rats and insects where the animals were living. The animals were also in filthy cages without adequate food and water. All the animals are now currently at the Humane Society undergoing medical assessment and rehabilitation. The Humane Society's president says, if you're aware of possible animal hoarding, it is important to say something. A seizure hearing has been scheduled for March 17th in Dayton Municipal Court.
And as Ohio communities push back and continue to push back, rather, against those data center construction, local lawmakers are now proposing limitations for data center construction. So the state has already has more than 200 data centers and dozens more planned, with more than half of those being in central Ohio. So House Bill 706 would ban electric companies from charging other consumers for costs incurred by data centers. And something else House Bill 706 will ban electric companies from providing energy to those data centers if the data center is not in agreement or in accordance with some other rules or regulations that would further protect those Ohio consumers.
Recovery efforts are now underway after at least 6 people were killed in Michigan and Oklahoma due to severe storms that swept through the area on Saturday. Michigan has since activated its Emergency Operations Center to help with recovery. Even one local organization, Matthew 25 Ministries, is working to provide help after that storm, teaming up with the Procter & Gamble to deploy disaster response teams to the impacted region.
Wow.
They'll give out relief supplies like personal care items, cleaning supplies, first aid kits, and more.
That help is always crucial, very important. Finally, this morning, take a look at this. This is some real catch this video. Thankfully, nobody was hurt after a car hit the front of an apartment building in a Dayton neighborhood. Officials say this happened over the weekend on Saturday on Wheatley Avenue. And we're actually still working to learn a little bit more, like how much this will cost to fix, how this happened, and what's next in the investigation. So
not something
take a
you
look
want
at
to see
that.
in your apartment
A
building.
whole hole in the apartment building. Wow. All right, with that, it is now 11:04, turning for a first look at that Storm Team 2 forecast. Our weekend was actually very pleasant. Jamie, I went outside. I had almost zero complaints, essentially.
I would say it was a 50-50 weekend. Because,
Sunday, I'm thinking of Sunday.
Yes,
right.
you're thinking of Sunday because Saturday was rainy and kind of
Yeah,
chilly.
the opposite
feeling.
of Sunday, actually.
Yeah. Sunday was fantastic. The sun came out. I mean, at one point, I was driving in the car with my middle child, and he was like, why is it so bright?
Oh my
And I'm like,
gosh.
because we haven't seen the sun in like
so
a week.
long, yeah.
Yeah, we had
That
a lot
makes
of rain
sense.
last week and Saturday, but we're back to sunshine. It's sticking around today, which is nice. Now, yesterday's high made it up to 58 degrees, so it
Acceptable.
was a pleasantly cool day. Our normal high this time of year is 48, so running about 10 degrees above that. And our low temperature yesterday was 41, also well above that normal low of 30. A look at our Troy Stouter Center time lapse. You can see nothing but blue sky and sunshine. It is gorgeous up there in Miami County. And this is pretty much a snapshot of the entire Miami Valley. It looks really nice. It's 53 already in Dayton, Fairborn, 52 out towards Eaton and Richmond, and up in Minster, 53 degrees. So already feeling pretty nice out there. And two things to know today. It's going to be warm through the first half of this week. And we also do have a severe weather threat to go along with that warmth. That will be Tuesday night and into Wednesday. So something to kind of keep on your radar. Otherwise, for the next few hours, temperatures will continue to climb into the 60s. Our high gets close to 70 today with all of that bright sunshine. And we'll take a look at the timing of the storms midweek coming up in your forecast.
It's the type of weather you want to just bottle up and keep.
I know.
For the rainy days.
I could look at that
cool
for
downs
some
that the spring will
time.
bring. Yeah, this is good stuff here.
We'll take it, Jamie. Thank you so much. We'll hear even more. I can hear that several more times. We'll hear it again in just a few minutes in that full look. But for now, look at what's coming up later on, Caleb.
Yeah, it's getting warmer outside, and you know what that means?
More festivals, more reasons to go outside
Yes,
is the big
do
thing.
all the things. We're looking ahead to the Bellbrook Sugar Maple Festival. The festivities will start on April 24th and run through the 26th in historic downtown Bellbrook. Wow, now we're all hungry. There will be live music, crafts,
First
food,
thing
and
to
even
come
a
up.
dog show. The Sugar Maple Fest is set to kick off the festival season here in the Miami Valley. So many
That's
festivals
exciting.
got.
I was about to say, and they kick it off. That's really exciting. And this will be my first one. I'm looking forward to the Ohio Festival season, I will say. I've
Yeah,
heard
it's-
great things about it.
When the weather's nice.
Yeah,
Everybody's
people come
outside.
outside. So listen to this, you guys. We are just off the heels of International Women's Day, and we have some news that goes right perfectly, just marries it. Listen to this. So over in Beaver Creek Township, they are making history with their first ever female fire chief. This was the swearing in ceremony over the weekend. Take a look. So Christine Hawker was sworn in on Saturday at 1 o'clock. There she is there. The township says that she's bringing years of experience and dedication to this role. And she just says she's excited to get to work and serve her community.
That's pretty
How
cool.
exciting. Congratulations to her. I love news like this, just on the heels of the day that is literally about moments like this, achievements and milestones. So congratulations to her. Very exciting. Okay, we are going to now look ahead to what we are working on here today. So circling back to one of our top stories this morning, that temporary protected status for Haitian migrants is remaining in effect. We've learned that. So for hundreds of thousands across the country, and even those of us here at home over in Springfield, we have a population. So 2 News reporter Evan Bales is here. He's going to tell us what this will mean for today and what happens next. Evan, good morning.
Good morning. So this decision in this case for in the progress of this case is actually a really big deal, because at this point, if the government wanted to appeal this further, the last stop would be the Supreme Court. Like you had said, this was a continuation of the decision that was made by Judge Anna Reyes with the D.C. Circuit Court. And after that decision was appealed, it went to this 3-judge panel where they voted 2-1, essentially saying that if the Haitian population was sent back to Haiti right now, then they would be experiencing harm, because they say that that country is not able to take in people right now, and it's not safe for individuals. So essentially, during the litigation for this case, Haitian migrants under TPS status will not be able to be deported.
Yeah, a sigh of relief for many of those Haitian migrants living in the country under TPS. I'm curious, Evan, who are you hoping to speak with today?
So we actually already have a statement from one of the local leaders, Mayor Rob Rue of Springfield. He sent the statement. I'll read that for you right now. So it says, quote, "While this latest ruling continues the legal process, our focus remains the same. Stability and clarity are important for families who are part of our community. Many individuals affected by these decisions are working, paying taxes, raising families, and contributing to the life of our city every day. We respect the judicial process and remain committed to the well-being of the people who call our city home," end quote. So we've already heard from Springfield's mayor. I hope to reach out to a couple of other local organizations, and obviously speaking to the people in Springfield and seeing how they feel that affects them on the ground.
Right. Evan, thank you so much for sharing that and breaking that down with us. We'll see you at First at 4 as always.
Thank you.
Okay, so before we head out to break, it's 11:09. We're going to close things out with, of course, that react to that question for this morning. And I just want to take you guys back a little bit. Let's think about what things were like before 2026, excuse me. I was going to say 2016, because that's where I am. I want to know, what is a fashion trend that you would like to see return? So I tipped my hand. I loved like the fashion, like the belts that had your name on them.
Okay.
I don't know if they had like an actual name, but like the name belts or whatever. So that is a specific item. But what trends would you guys like to see return?
Yeah, earlier I said business casual in the club. And I
Yes.
think that era. You know what else I thought used to be real solid was like cargo shorts, and then you'd have like polo, and this is where it would get hot. You'd have the Nike Elite socks with the
All the way
Sperry's.
pulled up, right? Is
Yes,
that it?
you'd
I
have
don't
them
know.
pulled up, with the Sperry's, or you'd have like the Kevin Durant's with the Nike Elite socks. Just
I know that look. I
looking
know where
like
you're
a
going.
rainbow. But it was
I
look,
remember that.
back in the day. You really
That was
had
different.
it on. You
Caleb,
had
I
it
will
on.
say you took me with the business attire in the club. That is a good
business
one.
casual in the club was
I
that was it
killed
for a
that.
minute.
That is a good
I
one.
would not mind seeing that come back.
I
The
wouldn't either.
fedoras,
I
the
like
plaid
peplum,
shirts
the
with
peplum dresses that we
partially
would
unbuttoned
wear.
tie. Yeah, and a lot of women wearing like, are they pencil skirts? Is that what they're
Yeah,
referred to? Yeah, pencil
Good
skirts
job.
and dresses like that. Yeah.
There we go. The belts. I had one. Alexis. It had diamonds on it. I wanted to get one that lit up.
for those. Yeah.
Did you have one?
No.
Caleb, CALB? No,
I was not
too
hip
cool.
to that.
Okay, it's all right. But still, so that's me and Caleb. That's how we feel. That's the stuff that we want to see. Scan the QR code, get in on the conversation, and tell us what you guys would like to see make a comeback in 2026. 11:11. It is a time for a quick break now. On the other side, we are going to take a full look at that Storm Team 2 forecast and something really exciting happening over at the University of Dayton. What students over there are working on. We'll be right back.
2 News Now, brought to you by Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, I'm Dan, the owner of Universal Windows Direct of Dayton. This is Bowie. He's been sniffing out the coolest winter deals for you. For a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Get $250 off for patio doors and entry doors, $1,500 off for roofing, and $2,000 off for siding. Plus this week, 24 months interest-free financing for all products. Keep the cold out and the savings in. Give us a call now.
Universal Windows Direct.
Welcome back, everyone. Time to take an even closer look at that Storm Team 2 forecast. We made it through a semi-beautiful weekend, I guess we can say, because I was so enamored with Sunday, I almost forgot what Saturday looked like, and that was the big deal, wasn't it, Jamie?
Yeah, Saturday was windy. We had rain and even some thunder with it. So.
Yeah, and
But
then
today,
it's so much
wow.
better.
Today
What a
is
life.
like yesterday, but warmer. So I hope you can get out and enjoy this. It is breezy. You can see the camera kind of bouncing around in the wind, but full sunshine in downtown Dayton, and it's 53 degrees at the moment. We'll continue to see full sunshine throughout the day. It'll continue to be breezy, the southwest wind coming in between 10 and 20 miles per hour. And our high is going to get up near 70 degrees, so more than 20 degrees above normal. That is going to feel fantastic. You can see the breeze has really picked up across the region, coming in now at 16 miles per hour in Dayton, 18 up towards Lima, back towards Indy and Lafayette, about 14 miles per hour. So these winds are expected to stay up through the day, and temperatures are also going to get up there. We'll see 68 around 2 o'clock, highs near 70 between 4 and 5, and then in the evening they'll fall back down into the 60s as we cool things off. A look at our satellite radar loop. You can see how quiet it's been. There's a stalled front south of us, and a portion of that will lift north as a warm front tomorrow. So that may bring in a few spotty lighter showers, but the cold front to the northwest, currently right around Minneapolis, that one is going to roll down on Wednesday, and that's going to bring in a pretty good chance for some showers and thunderstorms. And Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, we've highlighted our northwest counties as a slight risk for severe storms and the rest of the area a marginal risk. So Tuesday night is definitely a night you want to stay weather aware, have a way to get your warnings, stay connected. And you can see our future track forecast shows today with tons of sunshine. As we head into tonight, clouds will increase, and by tomorrow morning, we'll have that chance of, again, those spotty light showers, nothing too major. And they're not around all day. They'll actually move out through lunchtime, and we do expect some sun to come out during the afternoon hours. Then tomorrow night is when we'll get that chance for some thunderstorms. This will linger into Wednesday morning. And even beyond the early morning, even going into the afternoon, the potential will continue for more storms. And with that, we have another severe weather risk through the day Wednesday. It's marginal in most of our area. The extreme southeast is under a slight risk. So another day to pay attention to the weather. It's going to be very warm until that system comes through. Then it's going to turn chilly Thursday. We come back into the 50s, even low 60s for a few days. But then there's a bigger cool down going into next week. Today up to 70, it's breezy, it's warmer, really nice. Overnight low, 57 with increasing clouds. And tomorrow we'll see temperatures topping out near 75. That would be near record warmth. The record for the day is 76. There's a chance of a few showers tomorrow, but the sun does come out in the afternoon. And Wednesday looks stormy and windy. And then colder Thursday. We'll get another windy day on Friday before more rain chances arrive Sunday.
And the wind is what we forget about. Like when I did go outside over the weekend, it was nice, it was sunny and beautiful, but I'm like, ooh, I am thankful I just have like this very light jacket with me as I'm running around.
The wind always makes it a little colder, but then the sun makes it feel pretty good.
Yeah, it almost evens out. Okay, Jamie, before we let you go, will you please share with us what fashion trend you would like to see make a comeback in 2026? Please break it down for us. Do you have one? You mentioned the fringes.
I don't like
you
the
didn't
fringe.
like that.
I mean, I don't like a lot of fringe. A little fringe is fine.
Okay.
But those boots in that video, man,
You
that
were
was
bothered
overboard
about
fringe.
those.
Do you remember? You guys don't remember. You're too young. There were these sweaters called Forenza sweaters, and they had like this rolled neck, and they were kind of like a cable knit. It was.
I know what you're talking about.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, I do.
He does.
Because it was like the thread was like almost coming out of it.
Yes,
It looked like. Yeah,
yes. It was a loose weave.
I have to Google that then, Jamie, I guess. Okay, you gave me
Forenza.
something to look up. Thank you, Jamie.
Okay.
All right, thanks for that, Jamie. So moving right along, President Donald Trump is set to visit the Buckeye State this week. He'll be in the Cincinnati area on Wednesday as part of his administration's push to bring down prescription drug prices. The president will visit Thermo Fisher Scientific, a pharmaceutical and biotechnology company in Reading, along with a packaging plant in northern Kentucky.
Yep, and Governor Mike DeWine is set to give the State of the State address at noon in the Ohio House Chamber of the Ohio State House on Tuesday. The address is a tradition that brings together members of both the House and the Senate to hear the governor's agenda for the year. Now, this will also be the 8th and final address for Governor DeWine before his second term concludes at the end of this year.
And the University of Dayton has some new guidelines to better protect students as we get closer to St. Patrick's Day celebrations, you guys. So the biggest change this year is a no guest policy on campus that weekend. And wristbands will also be given out to students only, giving them access to designated gathering areas. There will also be parking restrictions and controlled areas. Students on campus say they don't know how the changes will be enforced. So that's something we have to keep our eyes on. But we are keeping on the University of Dayton. We're staying talking about school because happening here at home, a team of senior engineering students over at University of Dayton, they're called the Team Fireflyers. I love that name. They've been selected to compete in this national challenge hosted by the National Veterans Nonprofit Service or Profit Project called SERVE. And it features student teams from all across the country getting hands-on experience and working with injured veterans and para-athletes on Team USA's paragliding team. So they've been working closely with them for some time, and this morning they're going to tell us a little bit more about what that work looks like. So here are the seniors. Here's Alex Bellamy, Muriel Yee, and Anna Gagnon. You guys, good morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Okay, so first I want to learn a little bit more about the project and the work you guys have been doing. What does that look like?
So we are currently with the University of Dayton Senior Design Team, and this semester we've had the privilege of partnering with Project SERVE. And as you stated before, it's a nonprofit organization that partners with universities across the United States, working with veterans and emergency responders that suffer from disabilities. And we work to help them solve real-world challenges. So basically with them, we're working to design solutions and assistive technologies. In previous years, they worked on creating a heating system, much like we are now, except for actually, they designed a cooling system in previous years, and this year we're working on designing a heating system for the residual limbs for para-athletes competing in the Olympics.
Guys, talk to us a little bit about the experience, getting to see things you all have collaborated on, now featured on the world's biggest stage. What's that experience been like?
Honestly, really exciting. There's been a lot that's gone into this project, a lot of work, time, work, and effort, and it's we're going to be competing with our products here in April, and it's just really exciting to see like the product development from just concept to actually making an impact in people's lives.
So let's learn a little bit more about the work you guys are doing. I know this is you guys' field, this is what you study, but why is it so important? Why is this so critical?
I think it's so important because we're working with real life people, specifically with veterans and first responders. Within the project itself, we're working to create a residual limb warming device to help those athletes that compete in winter sports where their legs or their arms can be vulnerable to cold, stiffness, and injury. So if we can, make a small impact with that and help out with their athletics, I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, I like that you said it's real people as well. This is pretty cool. I don't know about you, Alexis. Numbers and science confuse me. So this is I
admire
very
you guys
impressed.
genuinely. I have so many more questions, but I could just probably save them for later. But I will ask if you guys could use one word to describe the work you guys are doing and have been doing. What would it be and why?
I'd say fulfilling. It is so great to just see the project because we put a lot of time and effort, obviously, in creating these designs, and to see it impact somebody's life, especially Paralympic athletes are going to be on a big stage, as you said. See it impact them in a positive way, seeing that our design was able to improve not only their play but also their livelihood in general. It's just nice to see. It warms the heart.
You guys are so enthused about it. I love it. I've learned so much talking with you guys. Thanks a lot for coming on this morning, and good luck. I can't wait to see you guys on the end of the month.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break now, 11:23. When we get back, we've got a look at what's coming up in Living Dayton and those React to That responses. Want to know what you guys want to see come back into fashion? We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We're jumping straight into those React to That responses today. I want to know what fashion trends you guys would like to see come back into fashion and why. I always ask you guys to explain why. So let's jump right into it. Brittany says the 80s, minus the shoulder pads. Okay, that's acceptable. I know a lot of people feel the same way about the shoulder pads. I think that means she means any 80s looks. At least that's what I'll assume. And Ryan says elephant pants. I need to Google what those are. Elephant pants. Okay, but I imagine they sound just like what they look like, the trunks, like maybe flowy and stuff. Okay. So Wilson says medieval armor. And then he went on and said, I read the question wrong. I would say flowing lightweight outfits. Okay, Wilson, thank you for going back. And
lightweight.
I mean, but we still do that now. I mean, that's comfortability, at least to me, right? Okay, so Emily, what about you? What is a trend that you would like to see come back?
I kind of agree with the 80s. That'd be cool to see that come back.
Minus the shoulder pads.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, I guess shoulder pads can stay.
I mean, why not? I don't mind looking like I have bigger, stronger shoulders. Why not?
Yeah,
right?
why not?
Okay. Emily, what is going on in Living Dayton this morning?
Oh,
Good
we have
morning.
so much going on today. It's going to be a really fun show. So first, El Maison is stopping by, and they have some delicious new items on their menu.
Yep.
So they're going to preview that.
And I'm so excited. I love going outside and going to the theater. That is something I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, well, you're going to be excited for this. So Dayton Live has announced their upcoming Broadway series. It's a full list of shows, 7 shows that is. So it starts in July. So we're wrapping up this current season right now.
Okay.
But they're going to stop by to tell us what we can expect for this upcoming season.
And July is my birthday month, so I'm always looking for fun stuff to do.
Yes, you're right.
We had Hamilton here not too long ago.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh my
coming
gosh,
back.
did you guys
Yeah.
really?
Oh, is it?
I
Okay.
think so. I think
All
so.
right,
I
good.
won't give it
can
away.
I can go
but
see it this time. I didn't get to see it last
wow.
time.
I will go for sure. My sister loves that. Okay, sorry, Emily. And one last thing. You guys are keeping safety top of mind, right?
Yes, we sure are. So, it's always something we got to worry about on the roads, those aggressive drivers. But don't worry, AAA will be here to chat with us about how to stay safe on the roads and how to, combat those aggressive drivers, and de-escalate is key. De-escalate. Then if somebody is following you, just head on over to the police station or somewhere safe, to a safe space. So
awesome. Emily, thank you so much for being here. Alexis Bellamy, Caleb Michael, 2 News Now. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.